Good evening and welcome back to our kooky kitchen. What are we doing tonight? Tonight we are using some of our leftover ham to make ham and cheese sliders. As you can see, we've made them. We never really know what to do and we're always looking for things, and I have never really made sliders. We've used these buns as buns, we've made cold sandwiches, but we've never made sliders. So here at our kooky kitchen, we decided to give it a try. So the first thing we're going to do is different. We're actually going to taste test first, then take you back in time and show you how we made these. And with our side tonight, we're actually having tater tots. But don't go away, because then we're going to show you our kooky idea at the end. Or I think it's kooky. All right, Kyle, do you want to cut into one? How hot is it still?
Well, it's cooled down quite a bit.
All right. Oh yeah, the Swiss cheese melted pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Tell us what you think.
Oh, that's really good.
It's a success for Kyle. Yay. Okay, so yes, I'm going to bite off the same one.
The ham was actually really good on that.
I'm not sure why we haven't tried this before. Sorry, I'm chewing. So,
I'd say we could do this again.
right? So, while we pile up our plate and go sit down with some tater tots and a couple of these ham and cheese sliders, we're going to let these completely cool, and then we're going to come back and we're going to show you what we're going to do with them once they're completely cooled. We'll see you soon. Sorry, first we're going to take you back and show you how we made them, and then at the end of that you will see we're going to transition in to something I think is hopefully is going to be kind of cool. So
I'm going to grab your own. I'm finishing this one.
let me show you how we made these and then we'll move on. Let's get started by prepping our Hawaiian rolls. I am supposed to cut these all together with a serrated knife. We'll see if I can do it. Sorry I can't record it because I will need two hands, I'm sure. Let's see if I can do it. Not too bad, but they did kind of split, and so I did 6 and 6. All right, next up, we're going to work on our butter topping, and it calls for 4 tablespoons of butter, which I'm going to melt in the microwave. Now that the butter is melted, I'm going to put in a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, or however you say it, and a half a teaspoon of both the garlic powder and onion powder. Those are homemade, that I made from stuff I grew. This was actually purchased garlic, minced garlic, I think it was. I don't use it minced, I use the powder, so I just run it through like a coffee mill thing that I use for all my spices and stuff. And these were the last of my homegrown onions. Let me get this mixed. Our butter is mixed. Now I need 2.5 to 3 cups of chopped ham. This is coarsely chopped, it's not finely chopped. I don't have thin slices, so I'm gonna make probably bigger chunks of ham. Hopefully all the ham doesn't fall out. We'll see when we go to eat it. Let me get to chopping. All right, I got it back up because I forgot to hit record. So I've got my ham, about 2.5 cups worth in the bowl, and I added 2 tablespoons of my butter mixture to my ham, and I've mixed it up. So it doesn't cause a liquid in there. It just kind of adheres to the ham to give it flavor. Let's move on to the next step. We now have our ham just spread all over the top of our rolls. As you can see, I kind of did larger chunks. I'm hoping it kind of holds together with the bigger chunks. With smaller chunks, I was afraid it wouldn't when I actually started chopping it up. So let me start adding the cheese. I'm going to add some mozzarella and some Swiss. All right, I used all of my mozzarella cheese that I had already shredded. So then I kind of just broke the Swiss cheese up, trying to get as good as coverage as I could. I think they're both pretty melty cheeses, so I might be okay. Time to top our sliders. They really don't look half bad. They look pretty good. So now it's time for me to spread the rest of the butter over the top. So let me see if I can find a little brush to brush it on. They are brushed with the butter mixture. So now they're going in my preheated oven at 350, or I think it was about 15 minutes. I'll check them. I'm going to loosely cover them with foil, and then the last 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to take that foil off. So let me get these covered and in the oven. All right, we're taking off the foil for another 5 minutes. Oh my, I'm impressed. I see some of the shredded cheese didn't quite get as melty, but let's just peek under. Oh yeah, the Swiss cheese did. All right, so let's let these cool a bit, then we'll do a taste test. We are back with our ham and melted cheese sliders. Now that you've seen the finished product and we did a quick taste test, I don't know if you heard, but Kyle took the rest of the slider we were tasting together and told me I had to get my own. So we dipped it in a little bit of honey mustard, I think. Let me check. Yes, it was honey mustard. We usually don't buy honey mustard, but it was on sale. I think it was on the clearance aisle. I probably got it for $1, $1.50. Usually when they have it like that, I take a look at what it would usually cost me, and if it's at least 50% off, then maybe I'll buy it. Anyway, the flavor was really good. I would even do regular yellow mustard. You're having, well, we were having tater tots, and I'm going to put ketchup on those. And I love a corn dog with both ketchup and yellow mustard. So I kind of think the flavors would mesh for me. So anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to see if we can freeze this and make it into a frozen meal that we can pull out and warm up to eat. So I don't know about you, but do you got cling wrap, saran wrap? It never clings to anything that you want it to. So you can see some ham pieces fell out. I'm going to stuff it back in. I'm going to put 2 sliders and some tater tots in each container. And we're going to let it freeze. And when we go to pull out a freezer meal, we'll show you how it turns out. So let me get these wrapped up. First, I'm going to wrap them in plastic wrap. Then I'm going to put some foil around them. And then I'm going to put this in the container with some tater tots. The tater tots, I think we've decided that we would reheat the sliders in the microwave, but the tater tots we would probably still put in the air fryer so it's crunchier. So let me get busy. There we have it. 2 sliders and some tater tots. I'm going to put a lid on these. I'm going to put a label on them so I know what they are. And then when we come back to eat them after they're frozen, we'll do a quick video so you can see how long it took us to actually warm it all up, what steps we took. Remember, if we're doing it in the microwave, the foil has to come off. You could do it in the oven as well, but then you're going to take the foil off, take off the cling wrap, which actually took me more time to get tore off to wrap than it did to actually wrap them all. Excuse me, it was a pain in the rear end. Anyway, you would have to remove that plastic wrap, recover them with foil to put them in the oven or the air fryer is what I'm assuming. But that's where we're at, folks, and that's our kooky little thing we're going to try to see if we can get some quick meals. This is not, let's see. We don't want to, like, prep a whole meal. This is like when you buy a frozen meal. Something quick, easy. You can pull out and you're done. And that's it. That's it for me, Tina, here at the Kooky Kitchen. Thank you for spending some time with us. I'd love it if you would give us a thumbs up, share the video, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see how our quick meals from the freezer actually work when we get to eat them. I'll see you next time. Bye.